You know what? I fucking love soda. And you know who else does? The main character of Akikan. A show all about sentient juice and soda cans that turn into magical anime girls to do battle in the great Akikan elect. AKA, the war to find out which is superior, steel or aluminum cans. When I came across this anime, I thought I just had to do a video on it alone because of how absolutely insane it is. By far, one of the most ridiculous things I have ever watched in my life, and that's not just the insane premise. Now, let's watch the adventures of Kakadu and Melon. The show opens with our protagonist, Daichi Kakadu, being fresh out of the shower, home alone, completely naked, and then thought, hey, it'd be fun to do random poses and introduce himself in the third person to literally no one at all. Then, mid-dramatic pose, he quickly drinks that melon soda and summons the girl directly in front of him, still completely naked. And of course, as any sane human being would do, or as sane as Kakadu could be, he does immediately think it's a dream. And so he immediately tries to harass her. Then things move very quickly. He gets blown up, his silhouette on the wall, and the two agents appear that are actually supposed to know what's going on in the world. And the male agent takes every single opportunity he has to sexually harass younger men. Someone please get HR on the phone immediately. Shortly after those agents leave back to her dynamic duo, Melon quickly explains that her ability to turn into a can is both cool drink magic, but also not magic at all. And then, we're introduced to the main cast. Najimi, childhood friend and love interest. Gigolo, so plain he barely exists in his corporeal world and is the best friend extra a man could ask for. Kochikaze. Hachikaze? Kochikaze, the literal witch that keeps alcohol, a deck of tarot cards, and pretty much anything else up her skirt. Kakadu, the loser, pervert, and protagonist. Together, they form the completely average high school friend group that we were all a part of at one point in our life. And finally, episode 1 is coming to an end, with Melon almost dying, getting air blown into her that recarbonates her, and then actually getting her name Melon. And immediately with one episode, there's a lot to talk about. This is what we know. 1. These are called Akikans, or empty cans in the English word. 2. They're sentient in and outside of their can form. 3. It is both magic and science that is the ability to turn into a can and back into a girl, and also gives them the ability to use their magical attacks. And the catalyst to swap between them is a kiss on the lips. And 4, their juice is their lifeblood, which works by circulating the needed gases or carbonation that keeps them alive. And this immediately runs into one concern of mine. Are they sentient before? 1 second. One. Okay. Are they sentient before or after the tab is pulled? Because if they are sentient before, imagine this. You are trapped, unmoving, in between two metal cans in this cold environment with a window that you can't see out of, but you know is there, perpetually stuck in this eternal, unstimulating darkness until finally someone comes by, buys you, and chooses to drink you, in which you finally have a body. Which that just sounds like literal hell. You ever read, I have no mouth and I must scream? It would kind of be like that. Got all that? Let's continue with childhood trauma. As every great protagonist, he did murder 2 people when he was in middle school. Of course, it was to save his childhood friend, Jamie, but this also caused him to be ostracized from his peers, and he grew up to be a lonely pervert. There's a fucking hair on me. Get out of here. Next, we get a lot of info at very quick speed. Najimi is rich. Melon's now attending school. These two actually work for the Ministry of Economics, and the entire show is about a battle/war across the entire town to figure out which metal is better to standardize all cans, and for the winner to get their wish and become the idol or best can. Wait a minute. I've heard this before. Traumatized and ostracized protagonist summons a blonde woman, has to fight others who also summoned these same people. Each summon has a specific attack that defines them, and is a shady man who knows all about the contest and is working for the people who are running this contest. This is just Fate Stay Night, but with soda and fruit. What follows is a lot of school scenes until they run into their first opponent. An 8-year-old grape juice. And it's a draw. Following this, Najimi also summons an Akikan, who immediately tries to fight Melon, and it's also a draw. This may be Soda Stay Night, but the kill count is way lower. With perfect deduction and reasoning, they figure out that since Yell, that's her name, is a sports drink, she's gotta love sports. And so, they go to an amusement park, get some Melon, and then Hakudu gets his stomach sheared open and is put on bed rest while Melon goes to fight Yell again, this time on her own. But what are the agents getting up to at this time?
愚問だ。それは放置プレイといってテクニックの一つだよ。世間的には諸君のものです。正直に言うとね、嫉妬に狂った女は見苦しいのだよ。それに今夜の予定はキャンセルしたくないからね。見苦しい女性にかけたことが悪いと思います。なるほど。アイリン君は異性より同性を好むか。私が見えませんのでもう切ります。それから気が来ます。なんだ。確信に下手で怒ったのか。
The fight is heating up between Melon and Yell as batter and pitcher. But Kakadu realizes he has to be there for Melon. So with the help from Gigolo and Kochikaze, he ends up getting there just in time to score a home run, probably breaking open every stitch in his side, both literal and metaphorical. Through his show of pain tolerance and absolute disregard for his body, he does manage to sway them into a very loose friendship / truce in this battle. And that marks the middle of the show. 6 episodes. So let's review. Oh, sorry. There we go. Cans are girls, agents are incompetently competent. The 3 Akikans that are important are Melon, Budiko Grape, and Yell Sports Fruit Flavor Drink. Gigolo is the best barely corporeal friend a man could ask for, and Kochikaze has a TARDIS under her skirt. Got it? Good. What follows is Gigolo being completely owned by the class, and the most overt sexual harassment of a teacher I have ever seen in my life.
この三角木馬の問題よな。三角木馬だろこれは。この形に他のどんな意味がある。さあ潔く三角木馬にまたがってみせるのだアイリン君。だからこれは恥ずかしいのか。
But at least I'm not the only one that thinks math teachers are hot. And then they play baseball really incorrectly, and we finally get back to the main plot. Sorry, did I say main plot? I actually mean 3 full episodes of enjoyable slice of life where nothing of substance happens the entire time. So here's a quick summary. Hakudu has tickets to the promised date with Najimi. They go to the token pool for the token swimsuit episode. Gigolo gets fucked over. Kochikaze fucks over Gigolo. The agent tries to fuck Gigolo. The 2 cans creep after their owners emotionally. Hakudu slips through a confession. Melon gets a job as a maid at the maid cafe. Najimi's watch costs over $1,000,000 or 7,500 American dollars. He also gets a job misunderstanding what it means to use your body for work. She gets a job as a construction worker. Both cans have a depressive episode, and then they run from the problem for like the 5th time in the show. Using the power of playing catch, everyone makes up and it's all totally fine. Kochikaze has a witch Halloween themed birthday party. Melon tries to ruin a very expensive Japanese floor with her radioactive melon juice soda, then does a cannonball into an ice bath full of melon soda. Budiko gets harassed by a captain, harasses the captain, does her hair, then does a tea party as a princess. Meanwhile, Yo does chores, cats around, ruins his chores, does them again. Everyone regularly chants a Japanese ad slogan, each ni sangria, ni sangria, sangria. And that catapults us directly into the final 2 episodes, the finale, or as I like to call it, actual story progression. Now, this is what we've all been waiting for. What literally all of us have been waiting for. Especially you in the back there, Dave. I see you back there waiting for this exact moment. A single glimpse of the villain who Mewtwo's her way out of a top secret Akikan facility and then starts stalking our main protagonist. She reveals her power of being able to make diet drinks, which have no sugar and 0 calories, so they're better for you, but also have a far lack of power because they have no body substance. I wonder what this is trying to say about diet drink flavors in this show. He then uses her diet drinks to quickly take down Melon and Kakadu before leaving Kakadu determined, alone, melonless, but with a plan. But what is this plan, I hear you asking in the back there? It's really quite simple. Harass her until they get her into a catastrophic near-death collision, and then get on his knees and beg her to give Melon back. Which, to my surprise, and I'm sure everyone's, that actually works. Not in the way he intended, as Diet Melon kicks the shit out of him, but then he does get her back. Then with a quick sleight of hand alley-oop, our three team up together to bring down our suicide drink mixed foe. Did any of you ever do that? Like, go to a soda fountain and mix all the drinks together and call it suicide? Those were the days. Those birthday parties over at the laser tag years ago, where we'd all drink the most disgusting concoctions known to man. Those were the days. Finally, with their powers combined, they use their Melon Grape Baseball Fusion Soda Triple Threat, patented, royalties trademarked, open happiness, each Nissan Gria Coca-Cola, caffeine included super attack! They use that attack to beat her finally into a place where she can actually talk about her feelings, which is about how my weekly therapy sessions used to go. And much like anyone else in therapy, she was entirely mentally destroyed by a cat leaving her. Then, Kakadu puts the salve of emotional understanding on her, names her Miku, and the show ends with the iconic line, "Would you like a drink?" Agree. Oh yeah, the video. Akikan. So what did we learn from this experience? Fucking search me.